start streaming, even though it says our stream is bad. Which
It's true.
it's rude, if nothing else.
True statement.
And hopefully we will pop up here soon. And I'm going to go get everyone's picks. I forgot to do that.
Oh, cool. Okay. I was about to write those down because I forgot what I put already.
Yeah, I'll put them on.
I know what I put, but I don't want to be thinking about it on the podcast.
What did I pick? I'm not sure about one of these. It was late. I was high.
You know what? You picked it. You're keeping it.
The first one I've never even heard of.
Yeah,
Well-
I have no idea.
Well,
what
that's
that
like
is.
that's because
That's real.
I'm an
It sounds
adult,
fake as shit.
and I always like to include one thing that I know is going to get cut immediately, and that is the one.
I've never heard of Maltameal. That sounds like some. Okay, we'll talk on air, but.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, people are listening, so we shouldn't say the
yeah.
picks.
I mean, I didn't.
That's why I
say-
said the
But
first one.
Cindy, I think me and
I'm the
Charles,
Professional podcaster.
I think me and Charles agree. You have the craziest pick
Yeah.
of all.
Very upsetting.
I know which one you mean.
Oh,
too.
do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I have strong arguments for it.
Do they involve heart disease?
A heart disease.
Oh, she thinks it's a different one.
No.
Oh.
No. Now I know. No, it's still the same one. But I was like, heart. No, this wouldn't. Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. I love this haunted doll you have.
Thank you very much. Most people are very creeped out by
I
it.
really enjoy it.
It is Robert the
Aw.
doll,
Oh, this is Robert? This is
Yeah.
not the Robert the doll, though.
but
it's
there's
a replica?
a museum in, I think it's Key West, something like that, in Florida. And a listener, after we did an episode about haunted objects, a listener sent us a Robert the doll.
Oh my god, can I keep it on my...
Absolutely.
Please. I don't want to look at it. There's things around its mouth.
Try-
Are you
Away
trying
from
to get
Charles.
yourself cursed, or?
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna want to be pretty nice. He's
Already-
my son, for
Alre-
one thing.
Already cursed.
Do not,
Too
talk
late.
to Robert like this.
Okay, now the stream is
Ooh.
working better, and there we are.
It's upsetting.
Can people can hear us? Hey, Robert, Mind Freak 555 says.
Mind freak.
Hey, what word should we have people comment to? We have to pick someone to do the save. I'll just tell them to comment the word cereal.
Okay.
Or milk. Just the word milk.
What's the name of the Honey Smacks mascot?
Oh.
That should have been it.
Sugar Bear?
But no, that's
He was a frog.
yeah, the frog.
Oh, Sugar Bear wasn't a frog. I know what you meant.
Yeah.
You're talking about Sugar Crisp, not Honey Smacks.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Jennifer got it.
Jennifer Fendelander is doing our save. Don't go anywhere, Jennifer Fendelander. Otherwise,
I'm so glad that Jennifer has just one N in it because I met this girl one time who was actually named Jennifer with 3 N's.
nope.
I know.
I don't like that.
When
upsetting.
asked why, she said, "My mom wanted me to be unique."
Well, that is certainly unique.
Yep. It's just it's a bit overkill, so I appreciate the 1 N.
I think it was a typo, or it was.
Just a typo that stuck.
Yeah, should try to explain it later. Like, oh, I wanted you to be unique.
I met the mom and it checked out.
That's
Yeah.
upsetting.
Yeah.
I am going to turn both of your mics up.
Ooh.
Are we too
Soft.
smooth?
Quiet storm.
Soft spoken.
All right.
You have a good radio voice, Charles.
You really do.
Thank you. It has gotten me nothing in my life.
Aw.
But you're on this podcast.
That's true. This will be my only bit of radio success.
all right. So that's working. Everything's working.
Donna's claiming she said milk a long time ago.
No.
What? But
But I saw Jennifer first.
yeah.
Was the word milk or cereal?
milk?
Oh.
Yeah.
Controversy in your comment section. I tried, Donna.
Chat disconnected. Oh no, what's happening?
That might be happening.
What? Yeah.
Smack. His name was Smack, right?
No.
Oh.
Smack.
Where is all this coming
terrible
from?
name.
Okay.
Smack the Frog. So he sells heroin cereal.
All right. Should we get start? Oh, I should put everyone's names by.
Charles just goes by Tricks now.
Don't reveal my picks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah!
I'm
What
such
are
a
you
fucking
doing?
asshole.
That's 2.
I said they.
Spoiler alert.
I'm so sorry. I should be disqualified for all of this, but still get to play.
I'm gonna get canceled. Canceling you.
Oh no!
All right. We can see everything. All right. Let us get started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Listcast.
Hey.
I'm your host, Adam Todd Brown. Joining me today, 2 guests, as always. Be weird to do this as a one-on-one podcast.
Yeah.
Cindy Aravena
Hi.
from the Brouhaha podcast, and Charles Disney
Hi.
from the Not a Huge Fan podcast,
That's right.
which I've been on a few times.
Yes. Very excitingly.
Always a good time.
No, never.
Always so much fun.
Never a good time.
What were you not a huge fan of?
Oh, that's not how that podcast
Oh, okay.
works.
That's not how it works. What happens is we aim to start talking about one thing, and then my co-host derails it, and we end up talking about something else.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, that's always
better.
that's always been my experience.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens.
So how is everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. Well, 5 minutes before I was supposed to leave, I was like, oh, this would have been great to like bring some of the cereals so we could all have a little cereal party. But
Yeah.
also chewing on air, not the best.
Yeah.
Crunching, slurping.
And
no.
we're talking about a lot of cereal. Like, if we brought all
Yeah.
15, what if we ate 15 bowls of cereal
I'm
each
down.
I'd do
on
it.
this
I can do
podcast?
it.
I would
yeah.
absolutely do it.
I think I've done that, like, at home.
Well, a cumulative bowl for me is probably like 15 regular bowls.
Do you like to eat it out of like a salad bowl?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I like the really big, that cheap Tupperware that you can buy at grocery stores, the big one.
The
I
big
like-
guy.
Yeah, I like to fill that with cereal.
Does the bottom get completely sogged out?
No, I fucking go hard, man.
Nice.
You
Fast.
just-
I get after it.
well, some of these
Dig.
cereals can really withstand milk.
Yeah.
As we'll learn.
And that played
Oh,
into
yeah.
Interesting.
my thinking in some cases. But have either of I know you haven't done Listcast. Have you done Listcast
Yeah,
before?
yeah.
Yeah. I will go through the rules quick for anyone listening for the first time, and for Charles, who's never been on.
Thank you.
Fucking square. We each brought 5 picks for we've already mentioned the topic, but we didn't say it officially. Best breakfast cereal of all time. Such a fun topic.
I was so excited for this when I saw. I was like, I'm doing that one.
Yeah, and this is one we could probably do a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many great cereals. Cereal's the fucking best.
It is.
I could Indian food, pizza, and maybe not even pizza, but Indian food and cereal I could eat. If that was all I had to eat, I'd probably
Those
get
are your
by.
ultimate comfort foods.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's exciting to eat as an adult, too.
Yeah.
There's something.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can eat it any time. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid, it was very limited to that morning period. My parents did not want me to have cereal at night. They're like, that's ridiculous.
But having all that sugar for breakfast was okay.
It's part of a balanced breakfast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we each brought 5 picks for best cereal, and we're going to go through those picks one at a time, explain why we think it belongs on a list of the 5 best breakfast cereals of all time. But after we go through all our picks, that'll give us a list of 15, and that's entirely too many.
Okay.
So then we take turns cutting 2 from the list. You don't have to cut your own. Some crazy people do. But we each cut 2. That takes us down to a list of 9. And at that point, someone in the audience gets to save one of the picks that we cut. And this week, that is Jennifer Fendelander.
Woo.
Bow, bow, bow. Thank you so much for doing the save. And that will bring us to a list of 10. And then the audience votes. And if your pick is number 1, you win.
What do we win?
I have a whole stash of thumbs up trophies.
Oh, yeah.
I can give you one of those.
Perfect.
And by that, I mean I will put it on the table and you will probably just leave it here. That's what most people do because it's absurd. You don't want to carry it
Can I get a haunted doll?
Yeah. Can I win
No,
this?
Robert, no. I would rather Oh, he's got hair. I don't think I've ever.
You
even...
haven't seen the hair yet? Okay.
Oh.
Look at this, everyone.
You
Robert,
look.
he's a
You
blonde
look
boy.
very good.
Yeah.
You're very handsome. In the
Daddy.
line.
Oh, no.
Why?
Oh no.
Why? What are
Ugh.
you trying to do?
Now I'm haunted forever.
Yeah, we're all.
I
I
like
mean,
the-
except me, because I'm over here concerned for him. He
I
knows.
hate the pox around his mouth.
Well, he
Very
probably
upsetting.
does too, Charles.
Yeah.
I don't like
He's
that.
a measles era baby.
Yeah. I don't know if it was measles. He has something though. Something.
HPV.
Yeah.
Probably. He's got herpes. yeah.
Everyone's got it.
So, them's the rules. Should we get into it?
Yeah.
Why did this pause? That's a bummer. All right. Who wants to go? Who wants to go first? You want to go first, Cindy?
Sure.
Do it.
Okay. I'm going to start with a classic, just an absolute undeniable favorite of many, and that is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Hell yeah.
And talk about I mean, this is a cereal that tastes great when it's crunchy, of course, but also tastes great when it's a little bit soggy. This is one of those cereals that can withstand copious amounts of milk.
I agree.
And
Okay.
it leaves behind one of the best milks.
Oh my
that
God.
cinnamon milk that's left after.
Crack.
It's amazing. I
Oh.
would buy that.
I would. Does Momofuku Milk Bar make a Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk cereal ice cream or whatever? Anything. I will drink it.
Yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is great. When I worked at Cracked, that it was one of those offices that has cool shit. And one of the things they had was just a selection of cereals that we could eat. And I would eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the regular
Oh,
at
it's
Cracked.
so
Yeah,
It's
we have
so
those
good.
too. We have
Yeah.
the Cinnamon Toast Crunch aisle. They always go out fast.
Yeah.
Underrated. Also, they have the chefs as their mascot, right? What do the chefs
Yeah,
do?
Wendell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
His name was Wendell.
What is their deal?
They just start.
They make Cinnamon
They
Toast
just make
Crunch,
Cinnamon Toast
man.
Crunch. It's nothing more to it. He's like, I don't need to. Or
He's not-
they.
he's not
We don't
showboating.
know the gender of Wendell. Wendell could really be
Right.
non-binary. So for these intents and purposes, I love that you just went with they. Yeah, they just make the cereal. They're not like, I'm not an animal. I'm not here to parade or to sell you items. I'm only here to sell you my CT Crunch.
Right.
Right.
CT Crunch. I
Yeah.
like saying it that way.
Yeah.
Short for Cinnamon Toast.
Ah,
Saves her a lot of
It's to
time when she
save a lot of
I like
time.
abbreviation.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That is a fantastic pick.
Thank you.
I was kind of worried that when I saw everyone's list, I'd be like, oh, just everything on there's good. But no, I feel like we're going to fight.
I
over
think we
some.
are.
Excited.
But so far, it's going fine. Charles, what's your first pick?
I'm gonna go with Trix.
Yeah.
All right.
2 reasons. One is I admire Trix's marketing efforts. I like that they change the shape every few years and act like it's this amazing new thing.
Yeah.
The puffs, and then it's the fruit shapes, and they go back and forth. And their commercials, they always introduce it as amazing new shapes, but it's not. It's just the thing it was.
Yeah.
And as
Right.
a child, I remember being upset by that because children are conservative and we don't like to change
We
things.
hate
But
change.
as an adult, I admire.
I miss the fruit shapes. Why did they get rid of that?
They'll be back. That's
They
the beauty
will.
of it.
That's right. It cycles. It
It's
cycles.
cyclical.
I feel like that's one of the cereals that it's still good, but at some point the texture of it changed. I don't know if they were like putting sawdust in it or some nefarious 1980s tactic, but whatever they
They
changed.
took out the asbestos, from
Mm.
what I understand.
It got a little harder.
Wrong move.
The
Wrong
other,
move.
the other beautiful thing about Trix is it's like so much children's breakfast cereal advertising is zero sum, where it's either like someone is coming to take your cereal and you must stop them, or we're going to take someone else's cereal by force, like Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
And Trix is like the most pure aspect of
It
that.
really
It's
is.
the, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. It's the statement of do not let anyone share your cereal ever. They threw a
Right.
birthday party for the Trix rabbit, and they still didn't allow him to have any cereal at the
They
birthday
threw a.
party.
Yeah.
That's the best troll I've ever heard of. God
Yeah.
bless those children.
He tries to sneak into a party as a cat, and they're like, "Sorry, cat, this party's for rabbits." And he's like, "But I am a rabbit." And they go, "Oh, okay, it's your birthday party." And he comes in,
You fucking idiot.
and they're
Were they
like,
on acid? Why did he sneak in?
he didn't sneak in after he found out it was for. He didn't know it was a party for rabbits. He just knew they were throwing a party. But then he gets inside and he's like, "Can I have some Trix?" And they're like, "No."
this was a whole commercial?
Yeah, it's a whole commercial. Amazing.
So many marketing campaigns for commercials were about keeping that cereal
Yeah.
from that mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Yeah, it's very standard in children. It's the worst possible message to give to children, which is never share what you have with anyone.
Yeah. I
It's
remember
yours.
I remember when I was a kid, my sister, she got really mad at those commercials. She's like, they're not just for kids. I saw mom eating the yogurt one time. And I was like, you make a really good point.
Yeah,
That is a
good.
solid
They're
point.
lying to you.
My first pick, this is going to be controversial,
Oh God.
but people who know this cereal fucking love this cereal. This is a grown-up pick. Sorry.
I love a grown-up pick. You'll
There
see
are-
why later.
I'm sorry if I like a granola cluster or two, maybe some sliced almonds, it's
Okay,
short for
okay.
almonds. I am going to go with my first pick with the legendary Blueberry Morning.
What is blueberry
is-
morning?
Here's
Didn't
the
know that was
thing.
a thing.
The box is about this big and it's about $6 because it's the goods.
Wow.
It is the quality shit. It's always on the top shelf. It's always in a small box, but it's like sophisticated Raisin Bran. It's got these chewy blueberries
Ooh.
in it, and then it's got granola clusters and sliced almonds and corn flakes, I think. And it is a fucking masterpiece of cereal
That sounds
design.
great, honestly.
How did you get turned on to it?
I think my mom maybe bought it at one point when I was a kid, and I probably even was like, "What are you doing, you
Fuck
fucking
you, Mom."
lame? Why don't you get King Vitamin next time?"
Get this
is
shit
how-
out of here.
This is how weird of a kid I was. I would legitimately get sad for King Vitamin.
What is
because
King
I don't know
Vitamin?
what that is.
It was a cereal, and their mascot was a king, and it was called King Vitamin. And even as a kid, I was like, nobody's going to eat that. I feel terrible for this king.
Because it's got the word vitamin in it.
Like I would picture him showing up to the mascot gatherings, and people just being like, "Get out of here, King Vitamin! No one likes
So
you."
you pity ate it?
I didn't even eat it. That's
Oh.
how I knew it was trash.
Did you ever
'Cause if-
smell it?
If it was dope, I would have ate it. No, because I would have had to open the box.
Ah,
This
okay,
was always
okay.
in the store. No one I knew bought it.
It was okay. So it was never in your house.
No, I
Okay,
would just
okay.
see it and
Does
be
it
like,
still exist?
I don't know.
On
People,
some dusty shelf in a Piggly Wiggly, I bet.
people at home, look up King Vitamin and see if it still
Is it one
exists.
of those regional things?
Might be. I lived in a test market. I grew up in Peoria, Illinois.
Because
We
I've
have,
never heard of that. Ever.
have you heard of Tropical Pepsi?
No.
Yes.
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
It sounds
bad.
nightmarish.
Tropical Pepsi, Raspberry Pepsi we had. Ugh,
Ugh.
all bad. 7-Up Gold.
Oof.
Mwah. If you like 7-Up with clove in it,
You love that?
7-Up Gold is for you.
None
But
of
yeah,
those sound good.
But
They weren't. They're
all
Blueberry
gross.
Morning is the regional one.
no, Blueberry Morning is a national brand.
Even
you can,
today?
You can find it. There's also a cranberry version,
Wow.
but I don't remember what that's called. It's called like Cranberry Sunrise or something. But Blueberry Morning is the better of the two, and it is a fucking treat.
I gotta try this now.
Yeah.
Is anyone in the comments on it? Oh, no.
It did sound like Honey Bunches, didn't it? Honey
Yeah.
Bunches. I mean, I won't say anything.
Okay, imagine Honey Bunches of Oats with blueberries in it.
That sounds great.
That's all I'm saying.
I-
And sliced almonds. I don't know why I keep doing that.
Yeah.
Because it's
nice.
like,
Sliced.
It's good to have a demo.
yeah.
All right, Cindy, what's your next pick?
All right. Next pick. I'm going with Captain Crunch. Oops, all berries.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is Captain Crunch is a traditional pick, but all
Yeah.
berries.
This is a newer thing. I saw it in the store. I was like, well, I gotta have that because the berries are the best part. The little yellow ones, they're fine. They're good. That's classic Captain Crunch. But I love the sensation of the roof of my mouth getting cut up by Captain Crunch, and the berries provide the best vehicle for that sensation.
Oh yeah.
And they taste great. The little yellow pillows, they don't have much of a flavor. It's just kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah.
On Twitter, I saw somebody took a picture of a Captain Crunch Oops All Berry box, and they say, "Listen, we both know you did this on purpose."
Yeah, Captain Crunch in all forms is pretty great.
Yeah.
It's like the Tom Waits of cereal.
It's a solid one.
It is an acquired taste, but it's legendary. Like, because Captain Crunch, you're right, it destroys your mouth.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
very
it.
unpleasant.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
It's like eating insulation or something. Like, it's just treacherous, but it's so... My favorite is peanut butter Captain Crunch.
That is also very good.
But, God, does that ever get soggy? What...
Ooh, that's a good hold
No.
up with the milk one.
What blows my mind about peanut butter Captain Crunch is the outside will get soggy, and then there's still this like solid rock layer
Yes.
inside.
That is the perfect example.
But I don't think I've ever had the all Crunch Berry. Crunch Berry's my least favorite Captain Crunch.
Okay, that's
know.
fair.
I know.
That's fair.
Does the captain, does he distribute cereal? What is his deal? I'm obsessed with mascots. That's all I care about, really.
He brings it to us from
On a ship?
from the old world
Is that true?
on a ship. I don't know.
I don't remember my Captain Crunch commercials. Like,
He's a decorated war hero.
are people trying to steal it from him, or he's giving it away?
He seems to be just spreading it around. I don't recall any.
He won it all in a genocide.
Yeah. I don't recall him ever having his crunch threatened. I don't
Okay.
think so.
I want to know. Oh, if he's like a Sugar Bear character, because Sugar Bear is always like giving cereal away. But
Yeah. In
So what-
exchange for drugs.
yeah, Sugar Bear's definitely
Sugar
addicted to
Bear is
heroin.
definitely a fucking junkie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Cap'n Crunch all berries. That's a good pick. Charles, what's your next pick?
My next pick is this is a little offbeat, but malt-o-meal cereal bags, which are always on the bottom shelf at the grocery store. It's the imitation cereals that you can find there. If I have to pick one, I have one to pick, but they offer brands like Apple Zings,
Is that like
Apple Jacks,
Yeah,
yes.
It's just like Apple Jacks.
Cocoa Roos, Corn Bursts.
oh.
They also have Corn Flakes because you can't really trademark Corn Flakes.
Right.
Crispy Rice, Frosted Flakes, which you also can't trademark apparently. Honey Nut Scooters, Marshmallow Mateys, and Raisin Bran.
Just raisin. That's a public domain.
Yes.
Is raisin bran.
Yes, and my favorite was Tutti Fruities, which are Fruit Loops, because they taste exactly like Fruit Loops.
So Maltomeal is the brand.
Maltomeal is the company that makes it.
Okay.
You've never had a bagged cereal?
No, I grew up with parents that loved me.
Well, I grew up. Yeah, I mean, I grew up super poor, and the sometimes the bag cereal. Like one of my picks on here, I have the name brand listed, but I buy it in the Malto-Meal bagged version,
Right.
Because it's such a value. Like you fucking sling it
yeah.
over your
You know what?
shoulder.
I have. I've
Huge
made
amount of
edibles
cereal.
with bag cereal. It works better for edibles than.
Oh, I
than
can see that.
name brand shit.
That was my first like lesson about the marketing as a kid and the logic that my parents would bring because they'd buy the bag of, whatever it was, Cocoa Roos. And I'm like, these aren't Cocoa Puffs. And they're like, it's the same. It doesn't matter. And I was like, no, but the Cocoa Puffs have the bird. And they're like, you're buying a box of cereal for the box. That's absurd.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I was like, oh my God. And that was the beginning of my descent into communism.
I just saw a picture on Twitter of someone pouring Malto-Meal bag cereal into a name brand
Yes.
cereal box, which if you got kids, that's brilliant.
That is
Yeah.
brilliant.
That's very
That's
smart.
what I would do with my children.
Stealing that. I like that idea. I love cheap and tricking kids. Do you guys remember the commercials for Maltomeal? It was the guy he was on his haunches just scooching across the bottom of a supermarket aisle, and someone was
No.
like, "Why are you doing that?" He's like, "Oh, the bags of cereal are down here," and then they show a bunch of other people like looking for cereal down there. You guys don't remember this? All
David
right.
Lynch direct that commercial?
He might as well.
Do either of
so
you
disturbing.
like actual Malto-Meal? Have you ever had the hot cereal?
No.
I like it a lot.
Oh, it's like kind of like oatmeal.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's more like grits, sort of,
Okay.
but like sweet.
Sweet,
Sweet
grits.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good.
It's good.
I
No,
eat
it's
it.
really not sweet now that I think about it. I just put a shit ton of sugar in it.
How do you prepare it?
Just like oatmeal, kind of. You just boil it on the pot. And there's a chocolate version that is mwah.
Ooh.
I eat that.
And then there's also cocoa wheats, which is like Malto-Meal. It doesn't matter. Is it my turn?
It is.
Yeah.
It is my turn. I'm gonna go with what I would argue is the most inspiring cereal of all time. If you want to make yourself a world-class athlete and you don't have a lot of time, what you need to do is eat yourself a box of Wheaties.
Right.
I was way into sports as a kid, so I was way fucking into Wheaties as a kid. And Wheaties, it's like communist Russia cereal. It's very basic. There's not a lot to it. It's Raisin Bran without the raisins.
Okay, that's what I always thought. I've never eaten Wheaties.
It's exactly that.
It's like eating a bowl of dry bread that you put
Yeah.
milk on.
But it tastes good.
Does
it has it tastes like you're working out. Tastes like you're going to be the next Mark McGuire or something. I don't know.
You're looking at the guy in the box,
Yeah.
and he's telling you.
And what athlete doesn't dream of being on the Wheaties box? Is there another cereal that every athlete wants to be on the box? No.
That's true. Do you know who has the record for the most appearances on a Wheaties box?
Is it Michael Jordan?
It is.
Yeah. I grew up
Yeah.
in Illinois. I probably had several of them. I definitely had the Walter Payton Wheaties box. That was always a big deal. After a team would like when the Bears won the Super Bowl, they put out a Bears Wheaties box, and you go collect them and now it's
Do you
just
keep
like
the boxes?
it's like parkour motherfuckers and
Yeah.
shit on there. Yeah, I would. I kept the Walter Payton box for a long. I didn't even eat the cereal.
Oh, really?
I probably bought 2 and ate one of them and then
Yeah.
kept the other one. But yeah, I would collect Wheaties boxes. Because I was so into sports. If you're a kid who's into sports, you have eaten Wheaties and thought you were doing something really productive for your body.
Yeah, maybe
Other
give
than
yourself
just-
some fiber.
Yeah, you're going to have a healthy shit later
Uh-huh.
that day because Wheaties will clear you out. I almost put Raisin Bran on the list because I love Raisin Bran.
It's good.
Raisin Bran is great, but only Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Every other Raisin Bran is trash. Kellogg's Raisin Bran is like eating raisins with a little bran flakes in it.
Yeah.
But I didn't pick it because Wheaties, there's so much more history and nostalgia to it for me. So
Wheaties was almost called Nutties. Did you know that? They had a competition to name it.
that would have been a good
Kellogg's.
pick.
I agree. Nutties.
Yeah, I wonder if it would have had the same impact with athletes.
Probably not. And
Yeah.
there's no nuts in it, so that would also be upsetting, I think.
Be all comics
Yeah.
on the fucking Wheaties boxes. Big fat, depressed comics.
Nutties.
Smoking cigarettes.
As a totally unathletic, unsports interested child, I never ate any Wheaties. So
I didn't either.
I see why there's a divide.
I think it is a thing. If you ate them as a kid, you were way into sports.
Right.
And
Think
I
so.
was. So I fucked with Wheaties. Cindy, what's your next pick?
Next pick, I'm going to do Reese's Puffs.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. Reese's Puffs for me is like, I don't want to say other picks, but I love a peanut butter chocolate combo. And
Amen.
yeah, and they're these perfect little bite-sized balls and they
Hell yeah.
have like almost like a I don't know how to say this without being gross, like a creamy film around them.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yeah, and I love the commercials. Someone's just like, and so he slides me a bowl, and suddenly I'm in a world of chocolatey peanut butter goodness. And they were insane. The children in all those commercials were crazy, and the cereal was so good.
I think, and I'm being honest, I think that film around it is so they don't fuck with the roof of your mouth like peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Yes.
Because it's very similar in texture
Yeah.
to Captain Crunch, but it won't wreck your mouth the
Mm-hmm.
way Captain Crunch does. And I bought a box of Reese's Puffs within the last year.
It's a great adult cereal. It's
Yeah, it's
such a
delicious.
treat.
And I'm super duper with you on peanut butter and chocolate. That is one of the best combinations
Yeah.
of all time.
This is like the cereal you get when it's like too like cold out for ice cream, but you just want to eat like bowls and bowls of something and at night in front of the TV. That's my cereal for that.
Yeah, it's a great snack.
Good Stone cereal.
Yeah.
It's new, right? Like I don't remember it.
not
I'm
that-
old.
I was
so,
a kid when it came out.
yeah, but
I was
you're young.
I don't know how much older you are than
I'm
me.
ancient.
I want to say that this came out when I was at least 7. Yeah, between 7 and 9, I think it came out. So between 1997 and 1999.
We didn't have Reese's when I was a child. There was no Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, I don't think they had them when I was a kid, but they at some point materialized when I was an adult, and I was like, I'm not too old for that.
Nope. Saw that shit in the store.
I am in. Boy, the comments are on fire. I can't
Wow.
even follow them. It's going to be a popular episode.
Someone said Malta-meal guy.
Everyone make sure to plug your SoundCloud at the end of this episode.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Reese's Puffs, that's a good pick.
Thank you.
Charles, what are you picking next?
I'm going to sort of piggyback on what Cindy said a little bit. My sort of sweet candy pick is Cookie Crisp.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Cookie Crisp.
The very transgressive cereal. My parents would not ever let me have Cookie Crisp. I only had it one time as a child at a friend's house.
Because cookies for breakfast?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
My parents were literally the mom in those commercials. My mom was offended at the idea that we would purchase that for breakfast.
Meanwhile, cookies for breakfast would be significantly healthier than cereal for breakfast
Yeah.
in
That's
most
true.
cases.
That is true. So I'd obsess over the Cookie Crisp, but it was never given to me, and I could only eat it full time as an adult. And it's not even that good. Like, it's okay. It doesn't taste that much like cookies.
It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre of cereals.
Right.
Like, my parents let me see every horror movie as a kid, but for
Yes.
some reason they were like, you cannot see Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That makes sense. It's truly terrifying.
But I finally saw it, and I was like, okay, but you let me see all the Friday the 13th movies in theaters. Like, it's not that different. And Cookie Crisp is the same, because it's got cookie in the name. It's like,
The name is so aggressive.
Right.
That's what the problem is.
it's
Cookie.
very open about what it is. It's the most honest cereal.
Yeah.
And parents don't like that.
Yeah.
Also more moral advertising than the others because the thief was trying to steal the cereal, but he was always caught by the cop.
Oh, it was a bandit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
he was like the Hamburglar sort of. It was
Yeah.
the same character design.
I thought it was like a dog, but you're right. It was
He
a
had a
bandit.
dog with him.
Okay,
that helped
that's
him.
what it
They would go to
was.
jail together.
Bad puppy.
Send the
Yeah.
dog to jail.
Very bad boy.
Naughty, naughty puppy.
Yes.
But yeah, Cookie Crisp, it's good, but
It's not Reese's. Like I'd rather eat Reese's now, but in
Yeah.
terms of my childhood and what I was most obsessed by, Cookie Crisp.
That was
Yeah.
the
The
coveted.
The nostalgia
yeah.
factor still creeps in when I see it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll get Cookie Crisp. Then I eat it. I'm like, oh, this is fine.
and I think it's another one that the formula has changed a little bit
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah, it used to hold up in milk, and now you leave it alone for 10 seconds and it's all soggy.
Yeah.
Gluten free.
Gross. What am I gonna pick next? I will go with Cocoa Krispies,
Damn.
which I think taste-wise, Cocoa Krispies might be the best cereal. I don't know what child labor they use to harvest that particular chocolate. but
It's so rich.
those kids are stars.
Yes.
It is so fucking good.
The milk from it,
Man, they could bottle it,
Yep.
and I would drink some Cocoa Krispies milk. And it's got the obviously the Rice Krispie sound effects, which is a fun feature. And it holds up really well. It stays pretty crunchy throughout. And that's the one that I usually buy in the Malto meal bag because the
tastes the
taste
same.
is identical.
You buy Cocoa Crispy Rice.
Yes. Which sounds gross when you say it that way.
Now,
Revolting sounding.
wasn't the mascot for Cocoa Krispies different than the Rice Krispies mascot? It was a monkey, right? Who wore a white shirt and a baseball
Well,
cap.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Really? I thought it was the same.
I think you're right, though. I think it was a monkey.
Right?
Oh, why?
Look it up. Cocoa Krispy's monkey mascot.
Here's
Coco
the
the monkey.
Coco the monkey. Yeah,
It used to be Tusk the elephant.
but they were like, we need to get a Homo sapien.
Cocoa Krispies is much superior to Cocoa Pebbles and to Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Oh, Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Puffs are good, too.
Cocoa Pebbles, though, they weren't so much pebbles as they were just kind of shavings. I was never too much into fruitier Cocoa Pebbles because they did not withstand the milk test.
They don't at all, no.
No, they go dissolving immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Cocoa Krispies, oh, I might buy a box of Cocoa Krispies on the way home.
They're made with with Hershey's chocolate, right? Or am I crazy?
They taste like they're made with something of the utmost quality.
My fiance Chris recently made sticky rice with Hershey's cocoa powder on it, and it tastes like Cocoa Krispies like grandfather. It tasted exactly like that, but actual sticky rice. It was so good.
Yeah, I do like a sweet. Like I used to eat rice with milk and cinnamon and sugar for breakfast when I was a kid.
It's good.
A lot. It's tasty.
A little butter in that is good too.
I bet. But yeah, Cocoa Krispies. Fucking love them. Cindy, what is your penultimate pick?
My penultimate pick is Frosted Mini Wheats. Okay, they got to be frosted.
Yeah, if you're eating regular mini, like unfrosted mini, you're a psychopath.
Completely. This is one where it's great when it is soggy because the frosted part tends to stay crunchy, but then you got all that just kind of almost oatmeal-like texture underneath. And it's one of those cereals that you can feel full from it. All these other cereals, you don't feel full. It's just like a fun treat. But I feel like when I eat Frosted Mini Wheats, like I'm actually eating a thing.
Yeah. That's a compelling argument for them because I thought that was a weird pick at first, but you're right. They are in there. There's no other texture like that.
What do they look like when they come out of the box?
They look like Triscuits.
Yeah, they look like clumps of hay.
But with white shit on them.
Because like the
box. Clumps of hay is a good.
Doesn't the advertising have that giant one? It's like a giant frosted
mini
wheat.
Yes.
And as a kid, I was like, "That's what's inside the box."
Yeah.
The unfrosted kind was that.
Oh.
It would just be a big giant square. My dad used to eat it all the time, but then he'd put sugar on it. It's like
old man
frosted
mini
wheats, you psychopath.
Such a dad cereal.
It is.
And he would just buy, I don't know what, I think it was just called wheat. Who fucking knows? But it was just a big brick of shit. Yeah, it was shredded wheat.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was shredded wheat. It was just a fucking clump of that. And you pour milk and break it up.
That's a great source of fiber right there.
Yeah, that'll get you going. But yeah, Frosted Mini Wheats are good. I haven't had them in a long time.
Me neither.
It feels like a responsible cereal.
Yeah, that's one whenever I see it, I'm like, I should get that. But then I see the Reese's Puffs, and I'm like, but if I'm gonna pick one, I know which one it's gonna be.
That feels like a thing a parent tries to trick you with because it's frosted.
Right.
They're like, oh, I got Frosted Mini Wheats. Like, no, come on, Mom. You know better than this.
I thought so too the first time I ate it, and then I actually tasted it. I was like, oh no, this is great. Yeah.
I have to get a second chance.
Yeah. Try it now as an adult. You might think differently.
Do they have is it just Frosted Mini Wheats or have they branched out into like different flavors and things?
I feel
probably
like at one point they did like strawberry frosted.
I feel like I remember that too.
Chocolate. I can't remember exactly.
I bet that strawberry's all right.
I bet. I love strawberry flavored things.
Yeah, I would try that. Charles, what's your next pick?
It's going to be a cereal that has been alternately known as Ghostbusters cereal, the real Ghostbusters cereal, and Ghostbusters 2 cereal, depending on what Ghostbusters property was available.
I didn't even know they had
I've never had this.
They did from 86 to 1990, they had it. It was basically Lucky Charms-esque, and there were like the regular pieces and then the ghost marshmallows. Not very good cereal, but I remember asking for it constantly as a kid purely because it was A, Ghostbuster cereal, and B, they had holograms on the front of the box.
Fuck yeah.
That'll sell some cereal.
That was pretty much my go-to. And if you paid $5.95, you could get this awesome Ghostbusters cereal T-shirt, which also had a hologram on the front of it.
What?
And I wore that shit in elementary school and was briefly cool.
Oh, amazing.
It was fucking great. Cereal.
I don't think I've ever had it. What did it taste like?
It tasted like off-brand Lucky Charms.
Okay.
Where you're just
just not quite right.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't. I'm not even enjoying eating this. But then I look at the hologram. I'm like, this is fucking great.
Did it turn the milk green or anything?
Yeah, the marshmallows were like weird colors because they had a Slimer one in there and some others. I'm trying to remember. It's been ages, obviously, since I ate it, but I loved it as a child, only for marketing reasons.
Yeah. Can we sidebar about Lucky Charms for a second?
Yes.
I'm glad no one. Just spoiler alert, it's not on anyone's list.
It's a basic bitch cereal.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
The marshmallows, like, almost hurt to bite into.
Yeah.
And then the cereal is that's like construction paper.
Yeah.
Kudos.
And bad milk when you're done.
Very
the
bad
milk
milk.
is disgusting.
Yeah.
Also, the advertising is completely about people stealing this guy's property
Right. Yeah.
repeatedly. They're just coming after him for the cereal, and he doesn't want them to have it. And they're
Yeah.
like, fuck you, it's ours now.
Like he's not going to seek vengeance someday. That
Yeah.
motherfucker knows magic.
They're like, fuck you, you immigrant. Give us your cereal.
Exactly.
And lately, they've been having Adventure Time style animation in their advertising, which is
Oh.
also
Oh,
very strange.
come on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I liked better than what my personal Lucky Charms was as a kid? I don't know if any other child except me ate this cereal. It was called Kaboom.
Oh, I think I vaguely remember Kaboom.
It was Lucky Charms, but the cereal was fruit flavored and it was
Ooh.
shaped like clown faces. And I was too young to be
You
terrified of
posted
that.
about this recently, right?
I don't think so, but I
Oh,
should.
Someone did. Someone
I
was
fucking
talking about-
loved Kaboom, but I know most people have never heard of it.
That sounds good. Fruit flavored of the cereal plus
Yeah.
marshmallows. I would do that.
It was good. That's not my pick though. So it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
What do I want?
I'm so excited to see what you end on.
I know. I'm gonna go with Apple Jacks.
All right. I was so mad that this was on yours and your next one, but
Apple Jacks, when if I'm not in the mood for chocolate, because just like candy, there's two classes of cereal. There's fruity and there's chocolatey. But, well, I guess there's also like healthy shit.
Yeah, bullshit.
But like that garbage, like Wheaties. But when I don't want a chocolatey cereal that will give me diabetes, I reach for Apple Jacks. Because Apple Jacks, that flavor, I don't know where that apple grows that flavor comes from. But it is like nothing else I've ever tasted. It's so good.
so good.
And another one that leaves behind a fine milk.
Fantastic.
It
milk.
looks irradiated because it's orange, and you can tell you shouldn't drink it. You probably shouldn't have eaten a cereal, but it all is so good going down.
Yeah, good roof of the mouth cutting
Yep.
abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Perfect
sticks
amount,
to your
really.
teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You earn it. You eat a bowl of
do,
Apple Jacks,
yeah.
you fucking earned that.
It's very underrated, I feel like.
Yeah.
I was never unhappy to get Apple Jacks.
Yeah. I feel like most apple flavored stuff is a little like it's like the fringe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like easy there.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot to ask you guys, when you would drink your milk, were you just like bowl to face or were you like sipping it like a fine soup? Yeah, bowl.
Bowl to
Bowl
face.
to
It would
face.
depend on what had been eaten from the bowl.
Oh.
Sometimes I wanted to drink it all, and sometimes I wanted to savor
savor.
it.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
you had the
Yes.
discipline to savor stuff as a
Not
child?
for very long, no.
Okay, okay.
That would collapse, but at first,
the
I'd
first few
spoon feed myself delicious cereal milk.
So yeah, Apple Jacks. All right, it's time for our final picks. Cindy, me and Charles have been waiting for this moment.
Yes, we have.
I was kind of hoping Charles would go before me, but all right, I will plead my case. So my last pick is regular Cheerios. Now hear me out.
Do you have high cholesterol?
No.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So Cheerios is one of those kind of just staples of the balanced American breakfast that you hear about on television. And it is one of those cereals that you can pretty much put any fruit on it and make it taste better, whether that be slices of banana, fantastic on a regular Cheerio. Slices of strawberry, just like the picture, also great. Okay. Where it really changed for me and solidified itself as one of my favorite cereals of all time, I saw a friend one time drizzle a bunch of honey on top of regular Cheerios, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "You want to try?" And I was like, "Okay." So I tried a spoonful, and it rocked my fucking world.
Really?
Drizzle honey on a bowl of regular Cheerios. It is fan-fucking-tastic. And with fruit, even better. But I like the simplicity of the honey, the milk, and the wheat taste.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a cereal that needs that much help
Not that
It's
it
a
needs
lot
the
of
help.
work.
It's that you can do that. You
Oh
can't
no,
do
it
that
needs,
with other cereals.
It needs the help. I wouldn't eat regular Cheerios plain without a doctor's prescription.
Infants would
Not
disagree
even
with
out of
you.
a plastic bag that your mother gave you.
Yeah, I guess infants. I mean, I'm talking shit, but I put Wheaties on my list, and Cheerios are just the round Wheaties.
It's a cousin of Wheaties,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I like a cereal that you can throw into things. I like to throw Cheerios into like some yogurt, give it some texture.
Someone in the comments mentioned Apple Jacks as an ice cream topping, and
Ooh,
I would try that out.
yes.
Do it after.
Yeah, so go get some cereal.
Oh, I will be purchasing cereal.
Oh, I
later
will
tonight.
too.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
feel like
happen.
I'll have
yeah,
to. Yeah, Cheerios. It's a classic.
yeah. Apparently, it's good for your heart. I don't care about that. I just,
Probably a lie.
Yeah, I think they've actually gotten in trouble over that.
I hope they have, because I was just like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, very suspicious.
I don't need to go to a doctor. I'm eating Cheerios.
Yeah.
I'm eating Cheerios every day of my life.
That's a good pick, though.
Thank you.
Charles.
Well, I'm going to go with Honey Nut Cheerios.
That's a better pick.
which I think is criminally underrated.
It's
especially
great.
by myself. I am never excited about Honey Nut Cheerios, but I always eat multiple bowls of it.
It's so
it's
good.
delicious.
There's something about it that's always surprisingly good.
I want to challenge you though to try regular Cheerios with honey sprinkled on top.
It's too much work. I just want the one.
Yeah,
I'm,
it probably
I'm
is.
a lazy man.
It probably is better.
I'm sure you're
It
right,
is better.
but I want the honey nut.
You want the
aspect
glaze
of it.
on
Yeah.
each individual cherry. That's fair. That's fair.
I like
and the nut.
And the nut.
I like
You
the
got to
taste.
get that nut.
I like the bee. The bee makes me think this is some kind of natural thing that I'm eating, even though it's completely not.
That
Love
bee
it.
just wants the best for you.
Yeah.
I like that.
He's just providing. Nobody's
Yeah.
stealing from the bee. He's not stealing from
Yeah.
anyone else. It's just here's some Honey Nut Cheerios. You should enjoy eating them. And I do.
I do. I love Honey Nut Cheerios.
We have those at work too. They're also a
Yeah,
hot
I would
choice.
eat those
Yep.
pretty frequently too. Yeah, Cheerios in general, their flavor variants are all really
Yeah.
good. They have you
Yeah.
ever had a chocolate peanut butter Cheerios?
Also great. Not as great as Reese's Puffs, but good.
Pretty fucking
Good.
good. I like most of those flavored Cheerios. There's a cinnamon Cheerios that's
a
really
one.
good.
The multigrain one is good too. It has
Yeah.
got light sweetness, kind of like a kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a kick. Not list worthy, but I like kicks.
Yeah. Yeah. Google's telling me I spelled honey nut wrong. Is that not one word? Well, that's fucking bullshit if
words.
it's not. All
Oh,
right.
it even knows to pluralize, to capitalize the nut.
It has full corporate awareness.
That's what I like about Google Docs. It really does know that shit. Like, even if you spell a person in the news, if you spell their name wrong,
Yeah.
Google Docs will be like, no, 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 no.
Beyonce has an accent at the end.
Yeah.
Please
Well,
add.
then I'm like, fuck you. I know what I'm spelling. All right. My final pick. I feel like not only greatest cereal of all time, but
This is a great pick.
also greatest corporate mascot of all time, possibly, which is strange because I didn't even put him on the list cast we just did about corporate mascots. I'm talking the mascot, Tony the Tiger, the cereal, Frosted motherfucking Flakes.
That's right.
They are perfect.
Yeah.
You don't put sugar on them. If you put sugar on Frosted Flakes,
Get out of here.
you deserve to lose a foot
Yeah.
to diabetes.
I think my dad would as a kid.
That's not like
Yeah.
I don't mind Frosted Flakes with sugar, but then it's the same as I guess it's your argument, like Honey Nut Cheerios or Cheerios with honey, or Frosted Flakes or Corn Flakes with
Right.
sugar. I'm going Frosted Flakes because again, just the user friendliness, like that it works right out of the bag. You don't need to do anything. It's so basic.
Such a good crunch.
Like all of like your grandparents ate it, your
Everybody.
parents ate it. We've all been eating it. Why aren't we eating Frosted Flakes right fucking now?
Yeah. Tony made you feel safe.
He's a tiger.
Yeah.
Very evangelical about
Yeah.
the flakes.
Yeah. They're great.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are great.
And the best part about that, he's not lying.
No, they're,
Because
they're
a lot of
great.
a lot of these corporate mascots are like, "Hey, this will fix your heart." It's like,
He's like, I
will
don't know,
it?
but they taste really. They're great.
Yeah, but Frosted Flakes, they are great, and no one takes his shit.
Nice soggy consistency also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
like that about it too.
Me
They can
too.
sit and they're fine.
Yeah, it turns into like corn leather
Yes.
at the end.
Yeah.
It's like not
we
really.
all love these gross texture things.
It's like a fruit roll up made of corn at the end of the bowl, and I like that too.
Yeah.
great milk with it too.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's just it
Sugar
looks like regular milk, but it's just got a little sugar in it.
Yep.
Like if I tasted milk that tasted like that in real life, I'd probably be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is too sweet."
Get this away from me.
Yeah.
This might be sour.
But after a bowl of Frosted Flakes, I'm into it.
Yeah.
So that's
all
all
of
of our picks. Now we have to start cutting some shit.
Okay, here we go. Do I get the first cut?
Yeah, let's go in the same order.
Not good with rejection.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna get. Let's get Wheaties out of here.
Oh shit.
I understand that your nostalgia
Wow.
is important to you, but Wheaties.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no argument for Wheaties, really.
I feel like this is a self-esteem thing, and you just don't feel like you deserve Wheaties, and that's fine. We'll cut them.
I co-sign.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Fuck Wheaties.
It's the breakfast of champions.
I believe that. I believe in people believing in that.
Just like Miller High Life, champagne of beers.
I love Miller High Life.
I do too.
And Miller High Life culture. I love the people that love it.
I love Miller High. Well, I don't drink anymore, but I did love Miller High Life. Charles, what are you gonna cut?
Sadly, I'm gonna have to get rid of the Cheerios.
Oh.
Wow.
Fuck Cheerios.
Ugh.
I appreciated your arguments in favor, but they all relied too much on outside elements being involved, and that's just not going to cut it. The cereal has to stand on its own. In my opinion.
Okay.
It's like picking Puff Daddy for best rap producer.
Oh,
it's like,
wow.
no, he gets a lot of fucking help.
Yeah.
I am gonna cut multi-meal cereal bags because that's just
Yeah.
too broad.
Yeah.
That's like saying all cereal's good,
Yeah.
which it kind of is.
Breakfast cereal.
Well, my parents are going to be very disappointed in you, Adam.
Are they watching? Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Disney.
One of them is dead, but the other one's
Okay,
still alive.
well.
See, I tricked you into that. Nothing better than the dead parent reveal.
Hell yeah.
A classic. All right, my last cut. Oh my god. Okay. Let's you know what? Just let's get all this nostalgia out of here. Get that Ghostbusters out of here. You said it wasn't even that good.
I agree with that.
That's true. But the box had a hologram, Cindy.
That's
And
nice.
so did the
but
shirt
the
that I
cereal
bought
did
for
not taste like a
$6.
hologram.
Love that shirt.
Charles, what are you cutting?
Sadly, I got to get rid of the Apple Jacks.
What?
Wow.
Yep.
That's cold-blooded.
Wow.
You
They're-
like Apple Jacks more than or less than all the other things on this,
So-
including Blueberry Morning?
Yeah,
you've never
Blueberry
had?
Morning makes it, but you cut Apple Jacks. This feels like a strategic thing. I feel like you just want to win.
No. The well, yes, but the Blueberry Morning was a good sell. I'd probably
It was
go
a
have
good sell.
some of that.
You should try it. It's
The Apple Jacks,
legitimately
even
great.
though I admire Apple Jacks, it's just not something that like I enjoy eating that much as these others. So I've got to say adios to the Apple Jacks.
Yeah. I'm actually going to cut Cookie Crisp for the same reason. I don't.
I've been decimated this evening.
Cookie Crisp, I don't know. It still feels irresponsible to me for some reason. I got it like
Cookies for breakfast?
worked into my head that I just can't eat that for breakfast. And now even as an adult, it's like,
It also
what am I doing?
promotes burglary with your pet.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
they always get punished. They never actually are successful. In
Oh,
getting the
okay.
Cookie
So,
Crisp.
So it
the
promotes
law
that you
is
should-
on our side.
Yes.
It promotes that you should keep trying.
It's the
Gotcha.
Law and
Okay.
Order candidate.
All right. So Jennifer Fendelander saves Apple Jacks.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
All right, Jennifer.
So while the poll is going up on Patreon so people can vote, what are some cereals that almost made your list but didn't? For me, Kix.
Almost made mine too.
Kix is such a unique cereal. It's like their whole thing is we're sweet, but not that sweet.
Yeah.
It's like it's accidentally sweet. Like I feel like Kix was probably the result of an error.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And someone tasted it and was like, it's still pretty good though.
Yeah.
And now we still
Now we
have,
have
and it
Kix.
really holds up in milk.
Yes, it does.
It's got like a like that's one where the inside gets like mushy, but the outside just stays. It's like a fucking exoskeleton.
And it's kid tested, mother approved.
Mother
Yeah,
approved.
always with the
Brilliant
children.
marketing.
Yeah,
Brilliant marketing.
yeah. Anything, Cindy? Anything you almost put on your list?
Let's see. What did I almost? I almost put. No, that was. I got all my picks, and then you guys picked anything else that I was thinking about putting on there.
Charles.
Corn Pops.
Hell
I
yeah.
love. Oh no, you're right. Corn pops
Corn-
was my
Corn
mine.
Pops
Yeah.
are quite good.
Corn pops.
Not
are really good.
exciting,
No.
but when you eat it, you're like, oh, this is fine.
Those
I
tasted
enjoyed
great
these.
soggy too.
Yeah.
I once, this is a completely true story. I was eating a bowl of corn pops, and this is since I've lived in Los Angeles. So I was in my 30s or 40s when I did this, late 30s. I was eating a bowl of corn pops, and with the first bite, I was like, this tastes weird. But I had it in my head for some reason. It'll get better. I was gonna like there was something wrong with that bite, and then I got like halfway through it and was like, you know, the corn pops were in the same cabinet with this butane that I used to fill the light. Like, is that butane I'm tasting? And I kept fucking eating it, and I ate the entire bowl because it's corn pops, and it was still great. And then it turned out the milk was spoiled.
Oh my god.
And
That's
just-
the worst
I
when
just-
you go to eat a bowl of cereal and the milk is spoiled.
No, the worst, and this happened to me a couple times as a kid, is when you pour a bowl of cereal, pour the milk in, and start eating it, and then realize there are bugs in that cereal.
Oh
my God.
Ew.
There are these
Ugh.
tiny things. They almost look like fleas. I think they're called wheat bugs.
Ugh.
And my grandmother would get them. And one time my sister was eating a bowl of Raisin Bran, and I just happened to glance over at it, and I was like, Betsy, there are just countless bugs floating in that cereal.
There are bugs in your brand.
There
Your
were
sister's name is
s-
Betsy?
Yeah.
Aw,
There were
that's cute.
so many bugs, and she threw up. And it was funny.
Your cereal eating
was-
stories are deeply disturbing.
Yes.
I really like it. It's good. Yeah, the corn pops thing was a bit aggressive.
Yeah.
I could have probably not done that.
This has got to get better. That's my attitude.
Is the poll up? I don't know if the poll is up yet. No, not yet. Should I put the poll up? What's happening?
Oh, is someone in charge of putting the poll up?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You're fucking up, whoever you are, or watching.
It's Angie.
Angie, you're fucking up. Love you though.
Blowing
Miss
it.
you. Where are you?
Let me go see. It might be on Patreon.
Do you have any others, Cindy, off of your... that didn't make it all the way?
I'm gonna think of them as I'm like driving home.
Honeycomb? What do you think?
I
of
was
Honeycomb.
I was never crazy on honeycomb.
I liked honeycomb.
They're a little too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're unwieldy for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You can't really like get a good spoonful of honeycomb. It's like
No.
one fits in there.
I almost put Special K on the list.
Oh wow.
Special K is special. I don't know what that taste is. Is it rice? Is it corn?
Right.
It's special. The breakfast cereal poll is up.
Here we go.
Oh, shit.
We will leave this up for 3 minutes
All right. Oh, I'm in the.
while people do their voting.
Let's get that Trix up there. God damn
I'm
it.
surprised Trix actually stayed up there. I like Trix. I do. It's better than Fruit Loops, I will say, as far as fruity cereals go. It's better than Fruity Pebbles. But
They switch the shapes.
they switch the
They
shapes.
exclude the rabbit. How can you not
Yeah.
enjoy these things?
It is fun. It's trickery. I get it.
Oh,
I
shit.
Oh
am-
my God, Frosted Mini Wheats is doing so well.
I'm so proud.
That's why I didn't cut it.
That is insane. Wow. So far, let's refresh.
Well, the one has more. What Charles is? Oh, was it Honey Nut?
Yeah.
Wow.
Honey Nut
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
People go
Deeply
hard.
underrated.
It's really good, I will say. But guys, try honey on regular Cheerios. Talk to me, okay? DM me.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing. I didn't exclude your cereal for any reason other than I hate it by itself.
Honey Nut Cheerios, number 1. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, number 2. Frosted Mini Wheats, number 3. Reese's Puffs, number
Yes,
4.
That's fair.
Frosted Flakes, number 5. Cindy dominating
Yes.
right now. I don't like this.
No. Especially from someone who chose Cheerios.
Yeah. How are those do? Oh, those got cut, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gone.
Of course.
Fuck those.
Charles saw straight that they were out of here.
Yeah.
No love for Blueberry Morning. I thought that was going to be like a hipster indie
The
pick.
dark horse.
Yeah.
Well,
where-
now people are going to
Beauty
go out
Gige.
and try it and then
Yeah.
come back and be like, oh, Blueberry Morning should have been it.
yeah. Once you try Blueberry Morning,
I might go buy that tonight. That
It's-
sounds delightful.
it's a treat.
The sliced almonds.
Sliced almonds.
I love hearing you say the word slice. Sliced.
It's like a day at the spa in a cereal box. That's what Blueberry Morning is. Oh, no. Kelly Wu in the comments says the Special K with red berries. Those red berries are, I don't know what. They're like
They're
paper
weird.
mache.
Yeah.
They're
They are
horrifying.
Not
paper
good?
mache.
No, they're like freeze dried. They're like astronaut strawberries.
Oh, they're like actual berries in there.
Yeah, it's like I'm on
not
Earth.
Puffs. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want space strawberries.
No, I don't want any dried things put into my food.
All right, we'll refresh and then announce the winners. Here we go. Go. Slow internet. Here we go.
Wow.
Still
Nice.
number 1, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Can't go wrong.
Number 2, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Coming in third, tied, Frosted Mini Wheats and Reese's Puffs. Can you even imagine those two in the same room together?
I could. I would eat those back to back.
Yeah.
And then bringing up the rear, Frosted Flakes. No, such disrespect.
Very disrespectful towards Frosted Flakes.
Yes, it's history.
I
They're
think it's the
great.
Frosted Mini Wheat splitting the Frosted vote.
Yes.
Oh.
Frosted Flakes are the Abe Lincoln of cereals. How dare you? I thought Apple Jacks would do better.
Fuck Apple Jacks.
Oh!
Fuck them.
What did the worst?
Cap'n Crunch, Oops All Berries,
It's a newer one. I get it.
and Blueberry Morning.
Trick's got a few though.
Trix got 5,
Yeah.
and Apple Jacks got 8. Wah, wah.
So
Cocoa Krispies got 8.
I win, right?
Charles won, didn't he?
Did he?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, for the top one, not cumulative of
Yeah.
our picks.
No.
Got you.
The only place that matters is first.
If you both want thumbs up trophies, though.
I don't need it.
Are you sure?
I mean, maybe one day. My self-esteem's not that low yet.
So that is our episode. What do we have to plug before we get out of here? Patreon.com/unpops. If you wish you heard this live when we recorded it, then you should subscribe on Patreon, and you can. And you can also vote when we put the poll up. It's only for Patreon people, but we put the podcast out for free. And medium.com/unpops. I have a bunch of columns up there. By the time this goes up, I'll have a whole bunch up. So go read that. Click the applause button at the bottom. I get money. Money's nice. Cindy, what do you got to plug?
You can follow me at Cindy Aravena Jr. on all the social media platforms, cindyaravena.com. I have a new monthly show in my backyard in Canoga Park called Kiddie Pool. It's a direct ripoff of Shark Tank. Comedians try to sell their quote-unquote inventions to other comedians that are investors. There's no real money involved, but it's really fun, and people get to sell these weird items. But that happens the last Saturday of every month, so hit me up if you want to come, because I'll DM you my home address. Not putting that online.
Oh, I put it in the comments. Is that
Oh.
bad?
Oh.
Oh,
How do you know where I live?
Oh, he knows.
we know. Charles told me.
Oh, okay. How do you know?
I've been there.
Oh, you have been there. That's right.
How dare you?
Charles, what do you got to plug?
You can follow me on my terrible social media accounts at Funzaroni, Funzaroni. Funzaroni.com is my website. But the most important thing for everybody to do is go to my podcast called Not a Huge Fan, which I co-host with a controversial person named Isaac Simpson. And you can hear Adam on it on 3 different episodes, including a very exciting episode called "The Show Is Too Gay." Also, an episode called "Adam Todd Brown versus Isaac Simpson," where Isaac completely derails a conversation about one thing into something about immigration that
And
really gets off the rails.
Turned into quite an argument between us.
Yes, and I don't say a word because I was enjoying it so much. I completely backed out and just watched the fireworks. Not a huge fan on all podcast platforms.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Charles, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cindy, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. But Robert the Doll, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. We love you. Goodbye, live stream. It takes a little longer.